الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وأقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة لهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وذروا ما بقي من الربا إن كنتم مؤمنين، فإن لم تفعلوا فآذنوا بحرب من الله ورسوله، وإن تبتم فلكم رؤوس أموالكم لا تظلمون ولا تظلمون. وإن كان ذو عسرة فنظرة إلى ميسرة، وإن كان ذو عسرة فنظرة إلى ميسرة، وإن كان ذو عسرة فنظرة إلى ميسرة، وأن تصدقوا خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. واتقوا يوما ترجعون فيه إلى الله ثم توفى كل نفس ما كسبت وهم لا يظلمون. صدق الله العظيم.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the most gracious and the most merciful. Honorable Shakil Mohammed, Minister of Labour and Industrial Relations, His Excellency Major General Muhammad Siddiq, High Commissioner of Pakistan, Mr. Said Lalu, Chairman Financial Services Commission of Mauritius, Mr. Iqbal Belat, Second Deputy Governor, Bank of Mauritius, Mr. Sunil Beni Madhu, Chief Executive, Stock Exchange of Mauritius, Mr. Zubair Mughal, Chief Executive Officer, Alhuda, Center for Islamic Banking and Economics. Speakers on behalf of Alhuda and Al Baraka Multipurpose Cooperative Society Limited, Brother Rafiq, the Secretary of Al Baraka Multipurpose Cooperative Society Limited, members of the Legislative Assembly, former President Mr. Kasamuddin, ladies and gentlemen. Alhuda Center for Islamic Banking and Economics, in association with Al Baraka Multipurpose Cooperative Society Limited, is organizing this international conference on Islamic banking and finance. With this, I would like to invite Honorable Shakil Mohammed for his address. Please.
The former President, His Excellency Kasam Yutim, former President of the Republic of Mauritius, my colleagues from Parliament, who are present here today, His Excellency the High Commissioner of Pakistan in Mauritius, all friends present. I was invited to attend this event this morning, and I also informed the organizers that not only myself but my two friends present, Honorable Selmia and Honorable Abdullah Hussain, had to attend Parliament this morning. Now, I can see that the introductory address was very short in order to give me the possibility to speak to you before we could go to Parliament. True it is that Islamic banking has taken such an envol in the world, in our modern world, that in my reading I have also come across an interesting element. In 2009, even the Vatican had come up and stated that Islamic banking and Islamic finance was in fact a solution which may or should be used in order for us to, as a world, to come out of the global financial crisis that we were facing in those days. In Mauritius, the questions that are in the minds of our citizens are as follows. Is Islamic banking only open for Muslims? That is a big question. True it is that the money that is given should be used in ways and means that are compliant with the Sharia. But I've come across many questions recently, whenever government has done everything in the recent years to encourage Islamic banking, the opening of an Islamic bank, but a lot of the citizens of the country still question this issue. What about non-Muslims? And I would believe that this is an issue that must be clarified by the experts, and not only must it be clarified, but it must be explained in detail as to what the situation is. I am personally not for any system that has the encouragement of government to be set up as a bank if it is only open to any one community. That would be against the fundamental principles of our constitution. It would be discriminatory, and I am certain, following my reading, that this system of finance is not only for any one community, provided that the way that the money is used is Sharia compliant. I found something which I'd like to share with you, ladies and gentlemen. It is the following. I also came across in my reading recently on Islamic finance that gossip columns, for instance, or any publication that favors gossiping, which is equivalent, according to Sharia, to haram, i.e. non-compliant. I was wondering how would those press that basically have gossip in there, how would they ask for finance from Islamic banks? They would have a serious problem. So I'm sure that financing would also be open to members, people who own newspapers, if at all they should be Sharia compliant. That would be a very difficult task, a feat indeed in Mauritius, that is a unique country. I would like to not be long in my intervention, but only say that yes, we and the government encourage the opening of Islamic banks compliant with Islamic principles, Sharia compliant. But we live in a very difficult times at the moment. At a certain time when you had the creation of the WTO, people talked, a lot of them protested against globalization and the difficulties that it entailed. Then we've seen the global economic crisis. True it is that Mauritius, we have been spared, d'une certaine façon, from the ills and evils of the global financial crisis. We haven't had the direct onslaught like other countries. But we have to be very careful. We still have to be very responsible. And one of the main reasons why Mauritius has survived, among many other reasons, as opposed to other countries that have been simply wiped out or gone bankrupt, is because we have a responsible banking sector. And this is a quality that should continue in any new system that is introduced in our country. Because any type of irresponsibility, any type of lack of responsibility would make our system fragile, and we should try to avoid this.